So here's an idea for generating a small repeating rhythmic pattern, a type of musical signature. Take your initials and translate them into Morse code. So mine, CM, sound like this. Do-dat, do-dat, do, do, do-dat, do-dat, do, do, do-dat, do-dat, do, do. It's particularly effective if you've got a group of people in the room interacting, so you can hear these interlocking rhythms and you get some quite surprising sounds. I tried to capture this in a piece of music once written for 3 duos, so 6 players altogether, and each player took their name, translated their initials into Morse code, stated that at the beginning on their various instruments, extended, developed, added, and interacted. I'll play a bit of it in the background, and if you listen carefully, you might better work out what the letters are. Numbers can be translated into pitches. You can find all sorts of new combinations of notes by starting with perhaps a random sequence of numbers. And a good method I've found is to use dice. Now I have a cunning 12-sided die here and an 8-sided die. So you can roll the 12 and each number could represent a different note of the chromatic scale. So that could give you a home key, right? And then the 8-sided die could then be a specific scale step, and you could choose, it doesn't have to be the major scale. So the combination of these two gives you the starting point for new collections of notes. And in a moment, I'm going to roll these in combinations, and you'll hear the sounds that are generated, examples of the sounds at least, generated in the background, and let's see what we get. So once you've got your collection of pitches, a really good thing to try if you're interested in learning the skills of music composition is to set aside 10 minutes each day or each session to make something quickly out of the notes that you've collected. So I say 10 minutes because the point of this is not to create some masterpiece, but just to keep practicing. Just like an athlete keeps moving or a musician keeps practicing an instrument. So it's a regular, daily, short routine to keep your skills at a certain level and eventually improve them. So with these pitches, you can decide whether you take 4 or 2 or 6 or 10. It's up to you. You've got a collection of notes that have been more or less randomly generated, and then sit down, put the timer on, 10 minutes, build a few chords, make a few melodic fragments. and just see what you can make. Again, I remind you, it doesn't have to be a masterpiece. Ideally, what you'll end up with is a notebook of sketches, and you can revisit and expand upon these later. Now, of course, one of the most famous systems of all for organising pitches and later rhythms, form dynamics and other elements of music was pioneered by Arnold Schoenberg. Serial music or dodecaphonic music, the 12-tone system, or the Second Viennese School, all these names. I particularly love the Second Viennese School as a way of remembering this time because it tells us which city it took place, Vienna, and it was a school in the sense that different artists, musicians, writers, doctors were getting together and sharing their ideas. This was a meeting of science, the brain, and art and thinking. We're talking about people like Gustav Klimt and Egon Schiele, Sigmund Freud, Oskar Kokoschka, Arthur Schnitzler, Arnold Schoenberg. And one of the pivotal people in this whole movement was Beata Zuckerkandl. She encouraged these gents to get together and share their ideas and look for what they were doing where there was overlap, where things had common ground. And one of the aspects where there was common ground was the listener, the reader, the viewer was no longer regarded as a passive and inert observer. Their involvement and reaction to a work, whatever that work was absolutely integral in the final success of that work. Right, so here's a game, and it's about counting, and it's about concentrating. So to begin, I'd like you to choose whether you're going to be a 3, a 4, or a 5. And each one of those numbers will be on the screen, so you can follow along with the number that you choose. And my advice is that you don't change number mid-exercise because then it gets really confusing. But I leave that up to you, okay? So to prepare, we'll start with the 4s, and this is what you need to do. Follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Easy, all right? We do the 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, stop. You get the idea, but let's try 5s as well, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So, got your number? We're going to do them all together, all right? So, concentrate on your particular group and don't be distracted by the others, okay? That's the challenge with this exercise. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 2, 5, 1, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 1, 3, 4, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Now, next stage is stay on your number, leave out all the numbers except for the 1. Okay, so you can say them softly to yourself to stay in time. Okay, so what we want to hear now is just the 1 in the right place. So, all together, you ready? Here we go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, next stage. Instead of saying the 1, say the number of your group. And a simple way of flipping this around is just reverse it. 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so now we're ready. We're all going to start together and we're going to do it for as long as it takes for each of the different numbers to land on the same beat together. So all the mathematical brains out there will be able to figure out how many repetitions we need to do before we coincide, okay? So 5s, 4s and 3s all starting together. I'll give you a count in and off we go. Einstein's Fisch. Here we go. And 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5.